Candidates will be responsible for all information contained in this ECC pre-trip parts and fluids identification manipulative guide. Of those parts and fluids listed in this guide, the ECC candidate will need to identify 10 randomly labeled items, give a brief description, and any considerations related to that item. Driver's side. Number 1, air governor. Controls brake air system minimum cut-in pressure and maximum cut-out pressure. Considerations: properly mounted and secure. Check fittings for air leaks. Number 2, air compressor. Responsible for supplying air to the brake system. Considerations: properly mounted and secured. No audible air leaks. Number 3, engine oil fill. Access to add engine oil. Considerations: make sure cap is secure with locking tabs. Number 4, fuel filter. Removes foreign particles as well as water. Consideration: properly mounted and secured, no visible leaks. Number 5, oil filter. Removes foreign objects from lubrication oil systems. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, no visible leaks. Number 6, power steering canister fill and check with dipstick. Canister holds power steering fluid. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, ensure the cap is secure and proper fluid levels. Number 7, transmission. Moves power from the engine to the wheels through the drivetrain, drive shaft, differentials, axles, and wheels. Considerations: properly mounted and no visible leaks. Number 8, upper and lower control arms, A-arms. Keeps the apparatus and wheels aligned and moving in unison. Helps to stabilize movement. Considerations: properly mounted and secure with no cracks. Number 9, torsion bar. Metal bars that function as a spring. Considerations: properly mounted and secure with no exposed bare metal and wraps secured. Number 10, steering rod. Turns the vehicle's wheels according to the desired direction. Considerations: properly mounted and secure with no loose or missing nuts and bolts. Number 11, tires. Inflation, condition, depth, and wear. Considerations: check for proper inflation, foreign objects, worn and uneven tread wear, and a proper depth of 2 30-seconds or 4 30-seconds. Passenger side. Number 12, alternator. Uses power from the running engine to generate electricity. Considerations: properly mounted and secured. Check alternator belts for proper tension and all electrical connections are secure and not frayed. Number 13, radiator. Allows air to cool down coolant. Sight glass allows for quick check of coolant levels. Radiator can be filled through cap access. Considerations: properly mounted and secure, no visible leaks, proper level of coolant and cap secured. Number 14, fan blades. Allows for supplemental air to assist in cooling coolant and radiator. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, no cracks or missing blades. Number 15, serpentine belt. A single continuous belt used to drive multiple devices in the engine, such as the alternator, AC pump, water pump, crankshaft, and fan. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, not frayed or cracked, and has no more than 3/4 inch of play. Number 16, AC compressor. Pumps freon through the AC system. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, no visible leaks, check sight glass for compressor oil. Number 17, turbo. Compresses more air flowing into the engine's cylinder. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, no audible or visible leaks. Number 18, valve engine cover. Hard cover that protects the valves and other engine parts. Considerations: has no visible leaks or cracks. Number 19, air intake filter. Filters air entering engine's intake system. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, check for cleanliness. Number 20, exhaust. Conduit from engine that expels a mixture of gases and particulates produced during combustion. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, no visible leaks. Number 21. Frame. Supports all of apparatus body and mechanical components. Considerations: not cracked or broken or missing frame bolts. Number 22. Transmission fluid canister fill and check with dipstick. Access to transmission fluid with dipstick and fill. Considerations: ensure cap is secure with locking tabs. Number 23. Batteries, 6 of them. Maintenance-free type, no caps. Electrolyte is in gel form. Consideration: no bulging or visible leaks. Recommended not to disconnect because of electronic programming. Number 24. Coolant reservoir. Clear plastic container housing radiator coolant. Considerations: properly mounted and secured, not cracked or broken including cap, no visible leaks, and cap is secured. Brakes, engine. Number 25. Canister. Contains brake actuator. Considerations: not leaking, cracked, or dented, and are mounted securely. See that there is no loose or missing clamps. Number 26. Airline. Provides air from tanks. Considerations: checked for cracked, worn, or frayed hoses, and that all couplings and fittings are secured and not leaking. Number 27. Rotor. The rotating part of the disc brake assembly of wheel. The brake pads clamp down on the rotor to stop the wheel from spinning. Considerations: checked for cracks, contamination such as debris or oil or grease. Brakes prop. Number 28. Push rod. Moves the slack adjuster. Considerations: check that it is securely mounted. Look for broken or loose or missing parts. No more than 1-inch play. Pull it by hand. Number 29. Slack adjuster. Adjusts the brakes. Considerations: check that it is securely mounted, that it is at a 90-degree angle. Look for broken, loose, or missing parts. Number 30. Clevis and pin. Fastener between the slack adjuster and push rod. Considerations: check for proper measurement per manufacturer's settings. Number 31. Brake pads. Components of the disc brake system that creates stopping friction against the rotor. Considerations: properly mounted and secured. Brake pads, where visible, have a minimum of 1/4 inch. No excess grease or oil in the area. Fluids. Engine oil. Used to lubricate pistons as they are pushed into combustion chamber and return. Black viscous liquid. Radiator coolant. Used to absorb heat generated by running engine. Green, yellow, or red watery liquid. Automatic transmission fluid, or ATF. Used to lubricate gears and transmission. Red, semi-viscous liquid. Diesel exhaust fluid, or DEF. Used to neutralize emissions otherwise harmful to environment. Clear, colorless, non-hazardous liquid like water with a slight odor of ammonia.